Welcome to the Market Inside Out podcast with Suzanne Longstreet, Emma O'Brien, and Michelle Tresemer. It's time to diffuse the marketing minefield for entrepreneurs. Hi, everybody. My name is Suzanne Longstreet, and I'm a mindset and success coach. I've discovered that too many entrepreneurs are struggling with their mindset, and that's keeping them stuck in survival mode. They're barely scraping by. So I work with clients, mostly entrepreneurs, to get rid of what is stopping them, to believe in themselves, believe in their potential, and go out into the world and share their message in an impactful and inspiring way. And I'm here today as a moderator and a facilitator of the Market Inside Out podcast. And I'm going to introduce to you my lovely friends and colleagues and partners in crime as we have created this podcast together. And so, Emma, tell us you.
Thanks, Suzanne. So yeah, I'm Emma, and I am a brand strategist and messaging expert. So what that means is I help companies tell their story in a clear and compelling way through messaging and brand strategy. I work with a lot of kind of big B2B companies, some household names you've probably seen in the store and things like that. But recently, I started working with entrepreneurs and small businesses, kind of teaching them these strategies because, you shouldn't have to pay $1 zillion to learn how to have an awesome message that's authentic. So that's what I love doing, because raise your hand if you're an entrepreneur who rambles when someone asks what you do in your business. I will raise my hand because even I do it. It's a thing. But I found that when you're not clear on your message and what your business is about and why you're here in the world, it dings at your confidence. And when your confidence gets dinged, you don't make as big a moves as you could in your business. So I'm all about getting clear on your story so you can make bigger moves and play bigger in your business.
Awesome. Love it. And Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tresemer. I am a digital marketing coach, strategist, and consultant, and also trainer. So I go everywhere from high level, what is digital marketing and how can you use it to get your business out into the world, all the way through down to this is what you push on Facebook to make your ad go. So I do the whole system. So if it's tech or nerdy, I'm the specialist in that area.
I love it. Thank you. I am so excited to be here with two of my very favorite people in the world, Emma and Michelle. Yay!
Yay!
We're doing it, girls.
Yes, we are.
That's okay that I call you girls. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be a girl until I'm 92. And then I'll be a woman. All right. So this is the introduction to Market Inside Out. And as recently as last week, we figured out the tagline. And the tagline is Defusing the Marketing Minefield for Entrepreneurs. I'm just so excited about that. And so let's talk about who are we doing this to, maybe four. Who's this podcast for? Emma, in your mind, who is this podcast for?
This podcast is totally for an entrepreneur who is really close to their own marketing. Maybe you're a solopreneur, maybe you've got a small business and you kind of deal with all the marketing and new business development, but it's for someone who runs a business who has to take on marketing and quite frankly finds it really insane, crazy, terrifying, annoying, dreadful, pick any of the negative adjectives. Just marketing is this massive roadblock. Personally, it was one for me too at one point. So that's really who it's for, which is most entrepreneurs, I would say.
Absolutely, because I'm the same. 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I remember hiring my first business coach and I said, okay, I need you to help me with my message. She said, go talk to 100 people. And I'm like, well, what am I going to say to them? Who am I to say something to them? And how am I going to figure out my marketing and my message if I don't? And I just sat on the couch.
It's a lot nicer to sit on the couch.
Yeah, it was much easier. So Michelle, in your mind, who is it that you want to help? And so Emma articulated it beautifully. Is there another aspect that you want to really reach out and help? And why are you doing this?
Oh, sure. I'm doing this mostly because I get a lot of calls from who Emma's talking about, but they're in tears. They don't know what to do. It's scary. It's technical, and they get completely lost. And they go sit on the couch. Like if they have to learn one more thing, they're going to lose it. So I would love, my goal for this is to help them see, calm down, relax about it, and tell them what's a priority and give them some grace that they don't have to do it all.
I love that. Yeah. And for me, I'm doing it for the person I was 10 years ago, who was stuck on the couch, who was terrified, who didn't believe in themselves, who would never have done this, shown up on a video and put her voice out. So I really want to help that person because I truly believe that every single person has a gift inside of them that somebody else needs to hear. And so if I can reach through this podcast with you, one person, and have them move forward to be inspirational, to live their dream, to empower them to stand up and share their voice in the world, I will mark this as a successful podcast.
I love that.
Yeah, awesome. That's the dream. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because we've all been there. We've all been stuck. And so when we first started talking about this, I just want to really share with everybody that we first had this concept, and it came to us separately, which I think is fun. Michelle and I were having a conversation 2 weeks ago today. So we went from an idea, a conversation, to action, recording, websites built, social media platforms are all out there in 2 weeks, 14 days. And what I think is really fun is the story when Michelle and I were having a conversation, because we have conversations regularly. We're social media accountability partners, and which means that we get on our Zoom call 3 times a week and we just sit down and do social media. It's just that time that we dedicate to ourselves to do that. And we were doing this and thinking, we need to get this out in the world. We need to help other people. And it was mostly me thinking, Michelle has so much genius. And then bless Michelle, she said, Suzanne, you have so much genius. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. And then we thought, we need somebody else. Who could we be? And we both said at the same time, Emma. So we reached out to Emma. Now, what was happening? You told us that what happened to you, Emma? You were saying to us something which I thought was magical.
Yeah, I was just going for a run. And when I run, ideas kind of come into my head. And it just popped into my head that I was thinking about my own experiences as an entrepreneur and trying to, grow my business. And marketing was a huge part of that, and kind of understanding marketing and not being afraid of it and doing it. But the other part of it that was just as big, if not bigger, was around mindset. I did a lot of work on my own mindset, my own kind of fears, limiting beliefs. I did this with Suzanne, who's a mindset coach. And it was really kind of those changes in my mindset around marketing and growth and visibility that really changed everything. And the two are so inextricably tied. So I thought, God, wouldn't it be awesome if I could help people understand the marketing and the mindset and the story and all these juicy things that actually lead to success, not just like the latest funnel blueprint, right? Or like, gaming the algorithm. These are the things that actually work, and I know they work. And I was like, oh, but I'd have to do it with some people like Suzanne or Michelle. That'd be so fun. And literally the next morning, I got a text from them just being like, get on a call. We've got an idea. We're going to do something. So, I feel like this was sort of, I don't know, divine intervention that we were meant to get together and share this message with you.
I love that. That's so great. Okay, so we've covered what we're doing, who we're helping, why we're doing it. So Michelle, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get our message out into the world?
So my area is the how, the tangible or tech part of getting the message and who you are as a human, the mindset out in the world. So once those other two pieces are in place, my area of expertise is what tools are you going to use? And that could be your whole marketing tech stack. That comes down to what CRM you choose or what email tool you use. And most importantly, it's where is your ideal customer and how do we use those tools to reach them and authentically engage? So if you try to do it without those other two pieces, it ends in disaster every single time and you look spammy. You look like a D-bag and it's not cool.
And here's the fun thing. Isn't that where, so I just did the classic thing. I did, okay, how are we going to do this? I know I've got this idea and I want to get it out into the world. How am I going to do this? And that's what everybody does is they go from, they forget the mindset, they forget the message, and they go right into, okay, which social media platform? Somebody told me I need to have a website. I've got to have a website. And somebody told me I need to have LinkedIn. I need to be on LinkedIn. And somebody told me, I need to go and perfect my elevator pitch. What the heck's an elevator pitch?
I think that somebody told me thing is maddening because it's hearsay or, you heard something or a friend who's probably not, doesn't have the experience told you this and you have this expectation and it actually drives your strategy and the things that you do. I know in my business, when I started, for some reason, I believed that all marketing was writing articles on my blog. Like that to me was marketing, nothing else. I don't know. I got that idea in my head because I read so many things about content marketing. And so I was like, this is all I need to do. And this is it. And I can't believe that I actually thought that for like 2 years. But that's just what I heard. And that's what I thought,
It's really, really common. And I bet you've also found that, hey, that one thing didn't work.
Absolutely.
Big shock. Yeah.
I think that you hit it. Yeah, go ahead.
No, and then you go, I suck at marketing, right? That's the next thing. Yeah. You do one thing, it doesn't work, and you think, therefore, I suck.
No one wants to buy this thing. You get, and then your whole business is absolute crap.
Yep. Yeah. Or I was writing a post. I've been writing a blog since 2014, and fairly regularly. I've been weekly-ish. That was my goal, and then it would drop off, and then there was a whole year that it just didn't happen at all. And I kept thinking, well, this is a waste of time because nobody's seeing it. I put one blog out onto a website that nobody knows about. I put one, and then but I would do a Facebook post around it and then link it to that and think, well, this is a complete fail.
Right.
For years. And so we recently, I went to a training with my business coach around marketing. And I thought, and the first thing I wrote down was, I don't know what the heck I'm doing around marketing. Like, I don't know anything about marketing. I don't know what to do. And I used to fancy myself as a marketing mindset coach years ago. And, but I felt like a fraud. And because I was doing this and doing that, and I was really good at telling people to do. And then, and I got to this training, full 2-day training in March of this year. And she said, okay, write down all your beliefs around marketing. So I wrote them all out and I'm like, oh my God, I suck at marketing. I don't know how to do it. And over and over and over again. And then she went into the 4 modules on how to market. And I went, oh, I do that. Oh, I do that too. Oh, I've been doing that for years. Oh my goodness. I know how to market. So when you get clear with your mindset and know what's important, and then you figure out the message and what to say, and that's why we need Emma. And then we go into the medium. That's when you do it. So when you start with the medium, then try and figure out the message and then the mindset, it's not going to work as well as when you start with the mindset, figure out the message, and then go to the actual, this is me typing, to the actual digital marketing. That's more effective. And that's why we're here talking about marketing from the inside out so that you can be successful from here to the message and then the medium. Thank you for listening to the Market Inside Out podcast with Suzanne Longstreet, Emma O'Brien, and Michelle Tresemer. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.